Okay, so let's just get right into it. We need to talk about something that's been hiding in plain sight for, what, decades now? It's a pattern, a conspiracy, really, hidden inside one of the most beloved stories of all time. So get ready, because what you're about to hear is going to completely change how you see that little round-headed kid forever. I mean, this is a huge realization, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Charlie Brown, he wasn't just unlucky, no way. He was a target. All right, let's walk through the evidence. We're going to build this case piece by piece and show you that he was the victim of this whole coordinated campaign. First up, Exhibit A. This wasn't some small thing. It was widespread. We're talking his friends, his neighbors, the whole damn town was in on it. Just look at how systematic this harassment was. I mean, everywhere he went, it was the same thing. People whispering, people watching, those dramatic sighs, you know the ones. He was accidentally sabotaged, and everyone, literally everyone, acted like his very existence was just an inconvenience. And see, that's the crucial point right there. This wasn't just kids being mean or some random childhood drama. This was a pattern. It was a deliberate, collective effort to isolate him, to undermine him. That's coordinated energy.
So to really get what was happening, we need to use the right term for it: gang stalking. And what does that mean? Well, it requires social isolation, eroding someone's reputation, engineering embarrassment, and creating this feeling of chronic helplessness. As we've already seen, and as we're going to see more of, his entire life fits this definition perfectly.
All right, so now for Exhibit B. Because every operation, right, it needs a field commander. And in this case, it was Lucy Van Pelt. She was running a full psychological operations campaign, a psyop, right out of that little cardboard booth. I mean, just look at this. This isn't just random bullying. It's practically a clinical 5-step program. You've got the iconic football gag, and then the gaslighting about it right after. Then she charges him for therapy that was really just more abuse. She weaponized intimidation and humiliated him in public with this just ruthless efficiency.
So let's be crystal clear here. This isn't playground mischief. This is emotional counterintelligence. Lucy was basically running the COINTELPRO of the Peanuts universe.
Okay, so where were the adults in all of this? Where were the authority figures? Well, that brings us right to Exhibit C. They weren't just absent, they were complicit. They were communicating in a way that guaranteed Charlie Brown stayed isolated. You know that famous wah-wah sound? That wasn't just some cute stylistic choice. Oh no, it was a tool of isolation. It was encrypted nonsense, and it was designed to deny him any real guidance. Every single time he tried to get help from an adult, all he got was garbled noise.
But you know, the conspiracy goes even deeper than the people. Exhibit D. This might be the most unsettling piece of the puzzle yet. We have to talk about his dog.
Yeah, we all thought Snoopy's whole fantasy laugh was just, whimsical and cute. But look at it again through the lens of a surveillance operation. He was constantly spying on the neighbors. He was writing what can only be called classified field reports on that typewriter. He had a whole cover identity as a World War I flying ace. And most importantly, he was monitoring his targets, Charlie Brown's, every single emotional fluctuation. Let's just call it what it is. That dog was not just a pet. He was a deep cover agent running ops right from his doghouse, a furry CIA operative. So, what's the cumulative effect here? You've got a whole town of harassers, a lead psychological operative, adults who are totally complicit, and a surveillance dog. It all adds up to Exhibit E, a perfectly executed long-term demoralization campaign. I mean, this slide really seals it. Every single time Charlie Brown tried to do anything, he was sabotaged. Kicking a football, flying a kite, playing baseball, trying to talk to the little red-haired girl, every little expression of hope was systematically, and I mean systematically, crushed. The timing was always too perfect to just be a coincidence. So this leaves us with a choice between two completely different stories. You've got the official story we've all been fed our whole lives, that he just had bad luck, he was clumsy, it was all just normal childhood drama. And then there's the truth, the one that's been staring us in the face this whole time. It was a coordinated demoralization campaign. But honestly, the most insidious tactic of all was making Charlie Brown believe that he was the problem, which brings us to our final piece of evidence, Exhibit G, the constant gaslighting of the target. This exchange right here. This is the smoking gun. He knew something was wrong. He even asked the right question, why does this keep happening to me?
And what was the response he got every single time? Minimization, dismissal. Oh, Charlie Brown, you're just being dramatic. You see? They were literally conditioning him to doubt his own reality.
So, the evidence has all been presented. We have widespread coordination, we have psychological tactics, surveillance, and gaslighting. It's time for the final verdict.
So I'm going to ask you, after everything we've just laid out, do you still believe that official story? Was he really just an unlucky, clumsy, or overly sensitive kid?
The answer is no. The evidence is it's overwhelming. The truth is, Charlie Brown was the prototype. He was a case study of targeted community harassment, just brilliantly disguised as a children's story. And if this is all making a really chilling amount of sense to you right now, you're not hallucinating it, you're not reaching, you didn't invent it, you simply recognized a pattern that the entire world ignored for 70 years. And trust me when I say this is just the beginning. This rabbit hole, it is wide open.